When I started this course, I didn't think it would have such a personal impact. I expected definitions, readings, maybe a couple of activities, but I didn't expect to question my own ideas, beliefs, and assumptions. I didn't expect to reflect on how much gender and human rights really affects all of us. Before this class, I thought I was already aware. I considered myself respectful and fair. I never thought I could have internalized stereotypes, but now I see how much I had left to learn. In Mexico, 10 women are murdered every day just for being women. The gender pay gap remains at around 14%, and thousands of people face discrimination just because of their gender identity or sexual orientation. Let me be honest. Before this course, I thought that feminism was only about women. I thought it was a reaction to men. I thought we had equality, that things were more or less balanced. But what I learned is that equality isn't about what the law says on paper. It's about how we experience the world in our daily lives. Feminism isn't about hating men. It's about questioning a system that gives more value to one gender over another. It's about recognizing that women, men, and people of all identities should have equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities. I also didn't understand machismo. I thought it just meant aggressive men or controlling behavior. But now, I see that it's also about the small things, which are jokes that seem harmless, assumptions about what men and women should do, the idea that emotions are weakness for boys. Machismo hurts everyone. It teaches boys not to cry, not to ask for help, not to show empathy, and it teaches girls to stay quiet, to feel guilty for speaking up. It creates pressure and pain for everyone involved. And then there's the concept of intersectionality. I'd never heard that word before, but it completely changed the way I understand injustice. And intersectionality means that people experience discrimination in different ways, depending on their race, class, gender identity, disability or other factors. So when we talk about gender, we can't talk about it as if everyone's experience is the same, because it's not. Some people face multiple barriers at the same time. That means solutions also need to be diverse, inclusive, and specific. After learning all this, I started thinking about my own life, my family, my friends, the jokes I laughed at, the comments I let slide, the times I stayed silent when someone said something wrong. Now, I know that silence is part of the problem. If we want things to change, we have to speak up, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it means disagreeing with people we care about. And I've learned that change doesn't always come from big speeches or protests. Sometimes it comes from small actions, from listening, from asking questions, from starting conversations. If I had to explain gender and human rights to someone who doesn't believe in them, I'd say, it's not about being woke or politically correct. It's about recognizing the basic truth that everyone deserves dignity, respect, and opportunity. This course has changed the way I see things. It helped me recognize my own biases, and now I want to help others do the same. We can't fix what we don't see, and we can't see what we don't learn. That's why education matters. That's why this conversation matters. Let's build a fair world together. Thanks for listening, and if you're still wondering why this matters, just look around. The answer is everywhere.